Hey guys, Tom from Boxbuster here. Welcome back to another video. And today I've got another Madden rebuild. And today we're going to be rebuilding the New York Jets. So this is the team we're rolling with. Ryan Fitzpatrick at quarterback, Chris Ivory at running back, Eric Decker, Brandon Marshall, Jeremy Curley at receivers. O-line needs a lot of work. Nick Mangold, James Carpenter, DeBrickashaw Ferguson, and Jason Morrow at tight end. Let's move on to defense. D-line is absolutely deadly. Sheldon Richardson, Damon Harrison, and Muhammad Wilkerson. That is going to wreck O-lines. And the rest of the defense needs a lot of work. Well, the linebackers do. Outside linebackers definitely do. Safeties are alright, and we're going to have to upgrade Antonio Cromartie. And Darrell Revis, maybe. I'll see how he goes, but yeah, that's the team that we're rolling with at the moment. So let's go make some trades. And here we trade our seventh round pick in this year's draft, and 67 overall for AJ McCarron from the Bengals. And here we trade Damon Harrison, 92 overall, and this year's first rounder for DeAndre Hopkins. Massive trade there. Here we trade 93 overall Brandon Marshall and a second round pick for 98 overall Kawan Short, just upgrading the defensive line. And yeah, that is the team that we're rolling with. But here we are going to release this fullback and upgrade Bilal Powell to the starting fullback. So there we go. He frees up roughly 500k. And here we are going to release Brian Winters, just to free up some more room for free agency. And here we're going to sign Justin Fowler to a 1-year contract, and David Stewart, right tackle, to a 1-year contract also, because the fullback now, I'll see what it moves up to, but Darrell Revis and a second round pick for Pernell McPhee is a trade we're going to do now. So we obviously needed the outside linebackers. I spoke about the lack of those before. And here we're going to trade a 4th round pick and a 68 overall and a 71 overall for Aqib Talib. I originally just did the draft pick, but I would have went over the player cap, I guess. The roster limit, sorry. Here we're going to sign this right guard, 83 overall, to a 1-year contract. And we just got Stephon Diggs. Sorry I did not get it on camera, but we traded a 3rd rounder and one of our middle linebackers. I can't remember which one, but yeah, so now we're going to sim the whole season, guys, to the playoffs, and I'll see you there. So we went 8-8, not a bad season. I was expecting around there, maybe even more than I was expecting right there. But AJ McCarron had an alright season, 3,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 11 picks. But it looks like Ryan Fitzpatrick had a perfect passer rating. Not sure what that's all about, but AJ McCarron must have just got temporarily injured or something. But yeah, 60% completion percentage, 233 yards per game. Pretty average season, gonna be honest. So here's our rushing stats. We have Bilal Powell with 726 yards, 198 attempts. Chris Ivory, 150 attempts, 640 yards, a bit more productive. And Ridley with 331 yards. So let's go to receiving. DeAndre Hopkins and Eric Decker both have 1,000-yard seasons. Stephon Diggs with 700 yards, 50 receptions. DeAndre Hopkins with around 70 and Eric Decker with 60 receptions. Jason Morrow, also our young tight end, chips in with 320 receiving yards. Here we have the tackles. David Harris, our middle linebacker, 135 tackles, leading the team in that category. Marcus Gilchrist with 111 and Calvin Pryor with 100 sacks. David Harris got 3.5. Pernell McPhee with 8.5. Sheldon Richardson with 18 sacks. What a monster. Muhammad Wilkerson there with 10. And Kawan Short chips in also with 6. So the D-line really showing its capabilities there. And yeah, that's really good and showing what it's worth, the D-line, because I did trade a lot for it, obviously. And here we are at the draft. We're going to draft cornerback Sean Jackson out of Michigan State. 62 overall, I know. This is the 5th round, though, because we did trade away all our picks. Maybe not the best decision. But here we don't have a bad pick. In the 7th round, we get 57 overall, but he was projected as a 2nd rounder. And yeah, 96 speed, obviously a massive part. And here we trade straight up a 1st round pick for this year for Brian Orakpo, 85 overall from the Tennessee Titans. And here we trade a 2nd round pick for next year for 87 overall Lane Johnson. Nice trade there. And yeah, here we have 2 3rd round picks for 96 overall Kevin Seitler. I wasn't expecting that to go through, but they accepted it in the end. Here we trade a 1st round and a 67 and 70 overall for 89 Jonathan Joseph. And yeah, so this is what the team's looking like. Here we're going to release Jeremy Curley. He is just a waste of 2.5 mil, really, as he's just really sitting at backup and not really doing much. So here we trade a 6th round pick for this year for an 88 overall defensive tackle Michael Brockers. I know the D-line didn't really need upgrading, but defensive tackle was an F for some reason, because we had like right ends and left ends at backup. So even though we did have Kawan Short at starter, so now we're going to sim to the playoffs once again, see how we do in this season, and I'll get back to you. So yeah, 4,100 yards, great season, 29 TDs with just 12 picks, a much better season than last year, and rushing 1,200 yards for Bilal Powell. Sorry, I didn't mean to go out. Matt Forte, got 1,200 yards. Yeah, let's go back to the stats. Go to receiving now. 1,000 yard season for Eric Decker. Almost there for Stephon Diggs and DeAndre Hopkins. Matt Forte also with 300 yards and Jay Samara with 200. So let's get right onto the defense. So leading the teams with 136 tackles, David Harris, and a sack also. Looks like 10 sacks for Brian Orakpo, 8 for Pernell McPhee, 3 for Sheldon Richardson, 6 for Muhammad Wilkerson, 7 for Kawan Short, slightly better than last season, just 1 for Marcus Williams and 2 for Trevor Riley, 2.5 also for Leonard Williams. But here we go, kicking 86%, pretty average, nothing amazing. So yeah, we actually did go 5-11, really bad that season. I don't know why. We had an amazing defense and everything was looking good, but then we went 5-11. So